Usually when women are with somebody, they are always thinking about 10-20 years down the line. The guy is thinking about yesterday. Usually women are thinking like 5 grandchildren down the line. They're already, you're already old together already. So the hardest part about choosing to leave a relationship. Welcome back to another episode of Journey to LinPRinP. It's the live section of this channel, Living in Fast Express. And today I'm going to be talking about something that has to do with Valentine's, because I'm a little behind. And usually with Valentine's season in February, I usually do a relationship video. So what I've done today is taken some relationship comments off of Twitter, and we're going to trash them out. So the first one is written by Ria, February 27. No one wants to hear it, but long-lasting relationship includes a lot of forgiveness. Do you agree? Yes or no? I definitely agree with Ria Shukra at Shukra. I definitely agree with her because in relationships, you're going to get hot, you're going to be sad. In relationships, somebody's going to do something that you don't like, and you have to learn to forgive. Basically, if you're a Christian and you know what God is all about, what Jesus is all about forgiveness, right? So long-lasting relationships, and I'm going to be talking about marriage relationships, tend to have a lot of forgiveness in it. Now, if there's no forgiveness, it's kind of hard to continue on in a relationship. So definitely I agree with Ria Shukra at Shukra that long-lasting relationship includes a lot of forgiveness. So that's good to hear that people know this in 2023. Next, this is by at Gaia Lect, and this was written on the 24th. Sometimes I miss being in a relationship, the safety, the comfort, the company, how the whole world disappears when you are together, the simplicity of doing everything together, the small moments during outings where you catch their glance, hold their hand, or squeeze their arm. I can't remember a time where I felt like this actually. Well, this person is saying they miss being in a relationship, so that means that they're single right now, right? So, the safety, the comfort, the company, how the whole world disappears when you're together, the simplicity of doing everything together. Well, so I want to say in the beginning of relationships, it will feel like this, but then after you are like, you've merged together, it just, everything feels like normal. That's how I feel about this one. Sometimes I miss being in a relationship. Well, hopefully she will be in a relationship soon for her sake. But I want to say in the beginning it feels like that, but then as you merge, like I said, as you guys become one, right? As you become one, all of that is kind of intertwined into what you guys do together. Yeah. Next, this one is by at Temakosi, and this was just written at the end of February. The hardest part about choosing to leave a relationship is when you know how much potential you had together and the growth you would have achieved as a couple. When I was reading it, I was like, this is a lady that's writing this. Men don't usually think of this. On top of that, you have to leave a person you truly love and want to be with. The hardest part about choosing to leave a relationship, a lot of times I feel men get into relationships for the wrong reasons, but I want to say a good percentage of women get into a relationship to, like she said, potential together. They always look at the potential, like, this man, how I'm looking at him right now, the potential, he has potential, right? Usually when women are with somebody, they are always thinking about 10-20 years down the line. The guy is thinking about yesterday. Usually women are thinking like 5 grandchildren down the line. They're already, you're already old together already. So the hardest part about choosing to leave a relationship, I feel like women are usually very invested in relationships and they've already seen their great grandchildren down the line. So I feel it's very hard for them to definitely leave a relationship that they've already thought about the end result. Yeah, the hardest part about choosing to leave a relationship is when you know how much potential you had together and the growth you would have achieved as a couple. On top of that, you have to leave a person you truly love and want to be with. I think for a lady, for security, it's better for a lady to be loved than for a lady to love. Unfortunately, this is just life. This is just life. Women get burnt too easily. So my relationship coach, one of my mentors, will say, oh, there was something I was going to say right now. The relationship coach, what did he say? Women are adaptable. Yes, exactly. Women are adaptable. If a woman is with a gangster today, she will be the best assistant gangster. But if she gives her life to Christ and changes and marries the bishop of the church, she will be the best women leader of that church. So women are adaptable. So it's I want to say it's easier to be loved. It's easier for a woman to be loved than for a woman to love. And usually when women love, we love the wrongest people. Anyway, you love the wrongest person for you. The wrongest person are usually the people that women fall in love with. So I kind of understand with what Temakosi is saying. The hardest part about choosing to leave a relationship is when you know how much potential you had together and the growth you would have achieved as a couple. A lot of women get burned, like I said, and a lot of growth comes when that woman realizes this is not the best person for me. Unfortunately, even though you love them, move on. Next. All right, so we have Mimi231 here, me_me231 at Muje Kane. I have no idea. This person said single and waiting is better than taking and faking. Being in relationship is not a do or die affair. Choose wisely or wait patiently. Honestly, I'm going to say I was in the part of wait patiently. Actually, I was in the lane of I am done. The 3 choices: choose wisely, wait patiently, or just forget the whole thing. I was in a couple of relationships before I met my husband, and by the time I actually met my husband, I was like, no, I'm done. So initially I was waiting patiently, and then later on I tried to choose wisely, but in the end I was like, no, I'm done. And then the right person came along. So it's very important to definitely wait patiently. Especially while you're waiting patiently, you are learning what you want to do when that relationship definitely comes. So yeah, choose wisely, wait patiently, and if that doesn't work for you, just leave it all together. Because sometimes when you're looking for something, you get the wrong things. But when you're laid back and you let God do his thing, you get the best. Next. At Kumalomfi. I feel like once you hit 2 years plus, 2+ years in a relationship, y'all gotta buy lots of liquor and talk your problems out. Can't be breaking up after being together for such a long time. It takes a very wise person to understand just what I've just read, right? If you're going to be with someone for if you're going to be with someone for 6+ years in a relationship and you kind of know this person in that time frame, it's such a hassle to leave and then now start developing a whole nother learning about another person. But depending on what's going on in that relationship, it's better to actually leave and start another relationship than keep yourself stuck in a relationship just because of that, just because you want to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, after 6 months, yes, you can know a lot about somebody, depending on how, close you are when you're, going out or whatever. But talking your problems out, yes, that can work. But depending on what's going on in a relationship, if there's issues that you cannot resolve, it's better to break out of that relationship instead of staying, and then you are being financially abused, you are being physically abused, mentally abused, and all sorts of things, right? So yeah, after 2 years of relationship, you guys should definitely talk, all things considering that your relationship is in a positive zone, then definitely talk it out, make it work. Why not? But if there's any comma or semicolon in that relationship, girl, pack your things. Your sanity, your mental well-being is more important than staying with someone just because you've been with them for 2 years. There's a lot of women in relationships, in marriages, that refuse to come out because they're like, oh, I've invested 5 years of my life, I've invested 10 years of my life. But it doesn't make sense you staying in a relationship where you are being hurt repeatedly and there's no solution in sight. So yeah, so the number is not the main thing. The quality is what you should be looking at, right? So yeah, definitely talk your problems out if everything is positive. But if there are some negative things that can impact your life, that can impact your mental sanity, then definitely come out of that relationship. Being somebody's girlfriend or boyfriend is not the end of the world. At Emma_7S says, I think my relationship would work well if I had a gun. Please help me in the comment section how a gun is going to help you in a relationship, because I don't know. Is it going to make the other person love you better? I think my relationship would work well if I had a gun. And this is a lady talking. So what's the gun going to do? I don't know. Force the other person to love you, or is that for you? You're going to shoot yourself if something happens? I don't know. That's like a cry for help. That's screaming psychological intervention, right? Yeah. At Low-Key Albert said, don't want a perfect relationship, just someone that tries as hard as I do. Relationships shouldn't be one person doing it all and the other person just, doing whatever. Back in the day, we say, oh, 50-50. Bring your 50, I bring my 50, then we have 100. But nowadays, it's bring your 100%, I bring my 100%. And then, we keep the ball rolling, right? What's a perfect relationship anyway? Nothing like that. Nope. As long as you are doing your best, that's all that matters. Pastor Bolaji at Pastor Bolaji says, maybe there's nothing wrong with your marriage or relationship. Maybe it's you. Sometimes you don't realize you are the common denominator in all the equations. If you are frustrated, you might want to blame what he or she is doing. So this is important in the sense that if you've gone out with 10 guys and you say all 10 are bad, actually look inward. It might be you, because you are the common denominator. A relationship coach that I listen to all the time talks about how if you are in a relationship and there's a problem, usually they counsel the person that brings the problem, right? They're not going to counsel the other person. They're going to counsel you that brought the problem, because if they can take care of you, then you can take care of the other person in that relationship. Me as a Christian, our standard is Jesus, right? Jesus says forgive. Jesus says be patient with each other and things like that. So when someone comes and they are reporting the spouse, oh, my spouse did this, my spouse did that, my boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever, did this, they actually counsel you that you are in that office. So that way, when you are good, the other person will be able to see some changes in you, and then that will make them change. I hope that makes sense. At Chris Lil with the Jamaican flag here says you can't be in a relationship and still make others feel like they got a chance with you. So first of all, if you're in a relationship with somebody, it should be you and that person only. I feel like you have to focus on one person at a time. It doesn't make sense focus there. Once you have like 4 or 5 girls, or you have 5 guys that you are going out with or you are talking with simultaneously, I feel like you are not serious, because you're just wasting your time. You're wasting everybody's time. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be in a relationship and still make other people feel like they have a chance with you, unless you're a playboy or playette. That's the only way. I am so tired of hearing no. I feel bad for this person. Everything is just a no. We regret to inform you your application has been denied. Please try again later. I like you, but I'm not looking for a relationship right now. Your leave has been denied. I cannot make it. I am so tired of getting no's. Miss Zinle is at Blythe Lie. Is a lady. It was a lady's picture that I'm seeing on here. I feel bad for you. I'm praying for you. I hope that you get your yes, at the right time and at the right moment. And just because it feels like just because you're getting no's right now, doesn't mean there's not a yes on the horizon. If all the doors are getting shut, just pray and look for that window, because I'm sure there's one that you're not seeing right there. At All Anxiety says, you deserve a relationship where you don't have to beg for reassurance and attention. I feel like a lot of women seek attention. Some men seek reassurance. Most women seek attention and reassurance from the guys that they're going out with, that they are loved. Nothing wrong with that, but I don't think that's the only thing you should be looking for in a relationship: reassurance and attention. If you are secure with yourself, this is not going to mean anything to you. Not like it's not going to mean anything. It will be added. It will be added assurance on what on yourself, basically. Be secure with yourself. Everything else will be extra, right? At Candon Dort, I just want a mature adult relationship, no hidden agendas, just love and vibes. I feel like love and vibes sounds like the beginning of a relationship. The beginning of a relationship where you are not really, there's not a lot of expectation from you. Hidden agendas, if you have hidden agendas, then you are not serious. You are not in a relationship. Love and vibes is just, you're just cruising in the beginning. Now, when the real work starts is when, maybe you've been together for a little while longer. Maybe now you are married. Love and vibes goes out the window, because love is not the only thing that keeps a marriage, right? So, yes, you want a mature adult relationship, but it still sounds like you might still be in the baby phase. You still have some mature to do, some maturing to do. At Julia Bib 18 says, no relationship is worth damaging your relationship with Allah. And I'm going to say, no relationship is worth damaging your relationship with your religious values, right? It doesn't make sense. You're not going to destroy your relationship with God just because of somebody, right? So very, very important to always hold your values very. There's a million fish in the sea. If one doesn't like your relationship with God, so many more options that will gladly take you. Okay? All right. I believe this is my last one. At Plies says, message to all my parents and guardians: establish a relationship with your child that they feel comfortable coming to you in their worst moments, especially with everything going on the news nowadays. especially with everything going on. Our kids have phones now. They are exposed to so many things online. Who are they chatting with? We don't know. So many things happening to our children that we don't even know about. And unless you have a very close and positive relationship with your children, yes, you still have to have that strict parent relationship, but always make it that it's balanced, right? So always make sure that you let them know that you have their back, that you support them in all that they want to do, that you are going to be there for them no matter what. All these things reassure them that when something hits the fan, that they can definitely come to you and talk to you. Yeah, I think this is the most important comments of the video, because a lot of adults are out there and they didn't have this type of relationship with their parents, and this ends up rearing its ugly head in their own relationship. So it's very important that as parents that we have good positive relationships with our children, so that when they in turn get into their relationship as they get older, they'll be able to pick healthy relationship partners. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Thank you so much for watching. No, you can't keep going back and forth. Thank you so much for watching this episode, you guys. If you are still watching at this part of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you to all my subscribers for coming back. My name is Laraddiji. I'm a Nigerian American lifestyle vlogger. If you're watching for the first time, I love talking about situations we might find ourselves in that need peaceful endings. Let's love our neighbors as ourselves, and remember to rest in peace. We all need to be living in peace. Stay blessed, you guys. You see me in my next one. You see me in my next one. See me in my next one. You see me in my next one. Stay blessed. Bye.